Epic.
Easy.
That's pretty good.
All right. Honestly, without David, that's going so much smoother. Okay. All right, welcome to the L.S.D. podcast.
I was gonna rant about David. No. I was gonna say, do you remember the whole fucking 10-minute clap ordeal where he was like, "Soul sounded off." Bro, there's a fucking ocean in the way. Hello, what do you mean by so? Okay, go on.
Okay. Welcome to the L.S.D. podcast. I'm joined here by Lewis.
Hey!
Special guest Saul.
Hello, thank you for having me on. I like the podcast. I listen to it a lot. Yada yada yada. Thank you.
Always glad to have you. And new special guest Amanda.
Hello. I'm just here. Was that clap?
What? Man,
That was clapping for Queen.
we were clapping for our guest.
Yeah. We haven't accidentally done this intro an hour ago.
Yeah, definitely. Audacity never crashes.
No, not at all.
Never in our life did it crash.
Thank you for being here, Amanda. When we sat down in the boardroom, being like, we need guests on to make ourselves relevant. One of the first things we wrote down, bullet point 1, funny, obviously. 2, with a question mark, female. Here you are. You tick both boxes.
Yep.
What's up?
Question mark. Yep.
You're a diversity pick.
Oh God, yeah.
Oh my
and,
gosh.
Not
I'm
white.
black,
was
too.
the third box. Yeah.
Yeah.
I can really help out in that department. Nice.
Yeah. You can get
Nice.
us in a lot of places we can't get to.
I'm the
Otherwise.
token. I'm like the Chuck E. Cheese token, bro.
Okay.
And you say, some would say, unfortunately, it's, what would people say? That it's a coincidence that David, the whitest ginger with beautiful blue eyes, isn't here during our first,
Yeah, I wonder why that is.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not going to say anything, but you guys might notice that David O'Hanlon is not here. Fill in the blanks. Fill it in.
We killed him.
Yeah, he's dead.
Oh my gosh.
I mean, we wish we could have fucking killed him, alright? What's going on? What, Sam, is this that we're speaking right now? What's the date right now?
It is April 27th.
27th, okay? And for me, it's 28th, alright? It's really fucking late. And what day is this going to go up?
The 29th.
Well, fucking hell. So literally tomorrow for me. Hello?
Yeah.
We last recorded. We're gonna peek behind the magician's curtain for a second, okay? We last recorded, I think it was on the 16th. And
16th or 15th.
yeah. And
I think it went into the 16th or so.
yeah.
Oh yeah.
It was 2 fucking slapping episodes, back to back. It was good.
Yeah.
And, when we finished, it's like, okay, upload it, David, Mr. O'Hanlon, you're a very busy man. We have to fit you around your schedule and whatnot. And he didn't, okay? Episode 4 came out, 5 came out. Wait, was it episode 3 and 4 and 5?
It was 3 and 4.
3 and 4,
yeah.
And 5's the one still in limbo now, held hostage for another week. I'm just upset, to be honest. I'm not angry. I've been past the point of being angry with that boy. It's just pure disappointment at this point.
At least he's in Montana. That's the one.
At least.
Yeah.
That's good for him.
Yeah. We can't
He's
reach
away
him.
from my. Yeah.
Be hard to throw a fucking right hook all the way to Montana.
We'll
But
get
yeah,
him.
we miss you, David. Come back soon.
Yeah. If you see there's a, like a weird cage in the living room, mark David when you get back. That's don't worry about that.
Yeah.
He's used to cages, bro.
If you see in the bed your grandmother usually lies down in, if you see a really tall, chunky British man lying in your grandmother's clothes a second before he jumps out and strangles you to death, just ignore that. It's nothing to do with me. I have no idea what's happened.
You think he'd notice it was you and not his grandma?
To be honest, with David, I mean, that's a joke, but it is a coin flip, to be honest.
Grandma, what are you doing? Grandma, why are you strangling me?
Grandma,
Your
why are you
Irish is
fat?
slipping out, Grandma.
Grandma, why do you sound like that?
God. Yeah. He's ruined our fucking lives. Didn't you guys ever really expect that starting a podcast with David is asking for this, though? Hello?
I thought about it, I assume, so, the lost episode, which we've talked about in, the first few episodes, when we first started this, I said, I'd love to do this, but I can't edit it. Because I got my own YouTube channel I'm running, I got school, I got work, I'm a busy boy.
Yeah.
It's going to be a time commitment that I don't really want to, invest in. But, and David's like, no, I'll edit it. And I said, okay. And it took him 1 month to edit it. And I kept asking.
The lost episode was recorded like a month before the others.
Yep.
4 weeks.
It was recorded in February. The official first episode was recorded April 1st.
Yeah, that's how it be.
And so, and he kept telling me he's done. He just had to hit render. And I was like, all right, just render it and send it to me or something. And then he didn't respond. And I was like, you gonna send it to me? And he's like, oh, sorry, I'm in New York. And I was like, and that, like,
if only they made portable computers somehow.
Yeah.
Imagine for him to be able to bring a computer on the fly. Maybe one day.
Man, someone should invent that.
Yeah, I think it'd be good.
When he
It should also double as a cellular device.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that'd be great.
That'd be crazy, dude. Can you imagine?
God.
Wild.
When he got back, he's like, oh yeah, I don't have access to the episode anymore. I can't find it on my computer. It was gone.
Wait. See, one thing that blows my entire fucking dick off is the fact that that pure, beautiful, wonderful, blue-eyed beauty, he would go as so far as to say that it was rendering as we speak. Like, he not only did he say, oh yeah, I've got the recording safe and sound, Sam, don't you worry. Don't worry at all.
I just gotta hit the button.
I'm waiting on the big red button. I'm just about to press it right now as we speak. No. God, no. And
the same shit happened with the song.
Oh, no.
He's like, I just gotta share it with you guys. And then he never did.
We kept asking, where's the bass line, dude?
it is almost impressive. I almost, do you know, like sometimes when we'll scream at the poor boy, I'll be like, maybe it's a bit harsh. Do you know, like when sometimes there's people who don't really know our friend group dynamic?
You mean all of my
join.
boyfriends that I bring in, and they're like,
Yeah. Whenever they join and they hear us tear into that boy, and they're like, they're a little bit mean to him. I'm like, bro, look at the pain. Literally, Sam, yeah, there's not enough hours in the day for you to do school, work, your YouTube channel, everything, bro. And he's like, don't worry, You'll never have to edit an episode. It'll just appear. It'll be wonderful. And now look,
Great.
every single episode, other than the super secret special episode soon to come, TM.
Yeah.
Also, we don't know where that audio went.
Nope.
It was gone from the drive.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
I looked in there one day and my audio was gone specifically, and I was like, huh?
Wait, what?
It's never coming out.
Wait! Oh no! There was so many good topics. There was Adam Sandler involved in that first one. Did
We
you
had
have him on as a
Markiplier.
guest?
We
You spent
talked
so
about
much
Markiplier
money.
for like 30 minutes.
You spent so much fucking money on guests in that first one, bro, and he lost all the audio.
Yeah, Markiplier
gone.
sent us a very mean letter afterwards. So he's never working with us again.
Dang, you blew it with a sponsorship with a Markiplier.
Yeah.
Oh god, imagine.
He said, I'm not introducing you to Mr. Bruh. It's all
No.
over. It's all gone.
It's been almost 15 days since I sent a DM to OJ Simpson, and
Oh, yeah. Wait, did he not reply yet?
do you want an update?
Yeah.
Wait, what? I need to be filled in on this. Wait, what?
What? Do
That wasn't that wasn't that
oh,
episode.
shit. Oh,
That's-
fuck. Okay.
Oh, they don't know about O.J. Simpson
oh,
yet.
no, wait. Oh,
They don't even know
shit,
we're-
this is coming out after.
Yeah.
Oh.
They don't even know we're planning on doing a true crime episode yet. They don't know things.
Okay, ignore what I said. Go back. What's up, Amanda? How is you?
Chilling, you know? Trying to not want to die.
Excuse
Oh,
me?
nice.
Wow.
Isn't that what we're all doing?
She's very on brand with the introductions of everyone. Wow.
Isn't that what humans do? You just try
Yeah.
not to die. Or want to die.
Yeah.
That's
That
pretty.
is
That's
true.
pretty on point. You got that whole like human biology thing down.
Yeah, I mean, that's all there is to do, you know?
She got a degree.
I've had multiple conversations with Amanda over the last probably 2 years, especially. Where I mean, it's on brand with the title of this podcast, you know. Where I've been high as shit, and I've pleaded with Amanda at trying to change the way humans because the annoying thing about smoking, what is it? How do you say it without OUID? Weed, you know, without smoking that.
Is that a French bread?
Yeah,
What the hell's that?
it might be weed. But whenever I'm completely fucking blasted, I'll message Amanda being like, right, because I used to live in a place in Wales which was insanely hilly. Like, it was in a valley. Like, the town centre was in a valley, and then I lived on top of one of the peaks. So you'd have to walk all the way up, like, a mountain. It was fucking nasty. And doing that whilst I was blasted out of my head, the only solace I had was messaging Amanda being like, if humans evolved, do you know, like, moving across the ground, not fighting gravity as much as we are, because all of your body, like, all of your weight is fighting gravity, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's like your legs, all of the pressure of your entire upper body, and I mean, I've got a big ass upper body, bro. I'm a big boy on the top half, but all of that fucking weight comes down on your little fucking leggies, bro. So imagine if we all just evolved, almost like slugs or snails. Because we wouldn't be fighting gravity as much as we are, aren't we?
No, we'd just be like, what are they? They like slowly like wave their feet.
Yeah. Wait, the slug feet? Did you?
Yeah. They technically have the bottom is just one big foot.
Yeah.
Wait, what is this?
And they move using something called peristalsis,
What is happening?
which is also how your intestines move food around. Fun fact.
snail feet. I'm gonna Google it.
Snail feet. Wait,
No, you're
yeah,
gonna
I
get
think I
Gary.
should.
You're gonna get a weird, like, furry fetish.
Oh.
Oh no! I got pure biology. I don't know which was worse.
Let's go.
Let's go. The baby.
Science gang, rise up. You ain't been. Oh yeah. Oh.
I found a drawing of just a snail with feet, and now I'm uncomfortable.
I found it too. It's on DeviantArt.
God bless. The pure form of science.
You want to hear something, like, insane about snails?
Yeah.
So, their body is, they're naturally made to kill, like, semen. Like, so,
Wait.
when snails mate, like, if they were just to fuck, the semen would die of the snail. So, what they do is they have this fight where they shoot love darts at each other. And when these darts make contact with the other snail, it turns off that gene or that gland that kills the sperm, so the sperm will live inside them and they become the mother.
Oh my God.
What? Wait, what?
Yo.
violent.
What if...
The weird thing is, this isn't like an uncommon thing. There's a type of flatworm where they have sword fights with their penises, and whoever loses becomes the mother. They get stabbed with the dick.
Wait, so does it only work on other snail, like on snail semen, or does it work on human stuff too? Like,
I imagine it only works on snails.
What are you asking, Amanda?
I
Like,
don't know.
snail on
put a
snail impact or human on snail impact? Like, if I came on a snail, would it be pregnant?
No,
Is that
like-
what you
No.
What?
I'm thinking like a what is it?
Or if one of those shot a love dart at a human, would she become pregnant with a snoo?
Oh wait, so it like. Wait, repeat what it does.
So, like, snails, like, the semen can't live in a snail. So, because of some weird, like, fucking...
Oh, so they shoot.
gland.
They shoot the other snail, and it deactivates the gene.
Yeah. It turns it off, so the semen will live.
Can you imagine just turning hormones off like a Glock? Like love dart. That's terrifying.
See that?
Sorry, baby.
Sounds...
But
What if
so-
humans worked that way? That'd be terrifying.
What if
Ugh.
we're all
Yeah.
underestimating the evolution of snails and like how evolved they are compared to humans? Because like, it's taken us so long to get to where we are, but a lot of animals have been around before us, obviously. So, if they've got to the point where they've evolved that they can fire a fucking a dart that
That's honestly terrifying.
makes somebody about to become pregnant, that obviously means that they were splooging their juice for a few years, and then it obviously...
Nothing was
evolution.
happening.
Yeah, nothing was happening. They were like, we need to have a way to disable this antibody. Oh my god, it's literally called a love dart on Wikipedia.
Yeah, it's literally love darts.
What the fuck?
I don't like that.
I hate the knowledge that snails have projectiles.
Yeah, where does it come from?
The dart sack.
Oh, of course, Amanda. What are you, fucking stupid?
Don't make me ask Siri
Process
what it.
lasts up for 6 hours.
Oh my gosh.
Don't
They're just
snails
going
have
at it for
creepy
6
ass
hours?
mouths anyway? So like, it could come out of anywhere. They could
Wait.
fire it out their mouth.
So hypothetically, could they just fuck without doing that?
They could.
Yeah,
but
yeah. It wouldn't do anything though.
That's what
yeah.
Why
I
don't
mean
we
by-
have that?
The ultimate
Yeah, that's
protection.
what I mean. Like, straight
But-
up, it's like,
but
what if
it's
snails
scary,
had
though.
porn? What if they were doing their own porns and
But
stuff? And-
okay, but like, do we trust that with men? Do we trust men to have love darts, bro?
Oh my god, here we go.
Oh, God. Could you imagine, like,
No,
you're
no, so-
intimidated
so,
by,
like-
like, another
like-
man, so you shoot his dick with a love dart so he can't produce semen?
Well,
You
isn't
realise you're about to make a mistake, so you pull out your fucking dart gun.
you shoot yourself?
I'm sorry, baby.
Yeah,
it's
well-
not you. It's me.
No, they wouldn't shoot themselves. They shoot the women so that
Yeah,
they
they
wouldn't
would.
produce
They
the
would.
hormone that that blocks it.
I mean, Amanda, we can't
But
trust
honestly,
men with just a willy. Like having one extra step, it might just stop them from using it.
I was gonna say actually that would actually benefit everyone because unless they actually wanted a child, they wouldn't do it unless they're just kind of dumb.
Unless they're monkey.
I was right. I said snails have mouths. They have an averted penis where their mouth would be.
Woo!
Imagine constantly tasting your dick.
I mean that you don't threaten me with a good time, Lewis. What the fuck? Hello? Oh god. That image is fucking horrifying.
It is.
It's Lewis, explain it to the class.
So, like, have you ever seen a snail just like put his little head near like a thing and just start going? Now imagine that little opening, like where the snail's head usually is at, and then just like an upside down penis just like appears with like a stick that shoots people. Like two. There's the regular pee-pee, and then there's the dart.
Mom, come get me. I'm scared.
Mom, I'm scared.
Alright, now thanks for coming to health class.
I don't want to be here anymore.
Same time next week.
Next week.
Nail down on the desk.
We're gonna look at an infected vagina.
Oh.
Well, that's all they showed us in the freaking health class.
And that'll make you not have sex ever.
God bless America.
Truly, we need
idea
it.
when I was in high school and like we were going through sex ed, and then Lewis was telling me about American sex ed, where it was literally basically people being like, "Oh,
Just don't do it."
Yeah, you'll go to hell, or you'll die of diseases. It's one or the other.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like people. So people up here are like, well, at least we get taught about like sex ed. And like when I mean up here, I mean like the northeast New England area. Like at least we get taught about sex. People in the South or whatever don't get taught. No, we just get taught the same shit they get taught,
I didn't
but
get
in a
taught
slightly
anything.
different way.
Yeah, I didn't get taught.
Yeah, we don't get taught shit. That's it. They instead of saying we're going to hell, they're like you're gonna get sick and die.
Yeah, that's literally what they tell us. They're like, STDs are a thing. And we're like, okay. And they're like, don't get them or you'll die. And you're like, are you going to explain to me what the STDs are or how you even get them? And they go, no. Just don't get them.
Wait, Sam, what was your sex ed?
Mine was just like, don't have sex. You will get diseases and die. But if you do, use a condom. Or tell me first and I'll, tell you not to do it. And then...
Wait, ew.
We got handed out condoms. Just
Did
out of
we?
Really?
I never
they
got
didn't do
one.
that for us.
They didn't do that for you, Amanda?
No, I never got one.
They did
I didn't see what...
They did that in middle school for me, bro.
What?
They knew they knew motherfuckers were ready that early. And then I gave my condom to someone who asked me for it because they, I guess they knew just by looking at me it wasn't.
They were giving out one for you. They went, oh, one for you. And they skipped past you.
Not for that Jay Leno looking motherfucker.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
I don't have that big of a chin, bro.
See, it's one thing that kind of impresses me. It makes me a little bit glad that although our sex ed resources were used for like stupid shit, like we got like somebody came in when we were in like when I was like 15, 14, something like that. Like the year before the final year of high school. They all came in and offered people STD tests just there and then. You could do it in the school, just piss in a cup. And like it was a proper like like partnership. It wasn't just a creepy man.
What?
It was...
That's crazy.
You could get an STD test there and then, get it sent off, and because they knew it was like trying to bring awareness, because a lot of people won't go to doctors and do it. So they went, okay, they handed everybody a cup and they went, you can do it if you want, you can choose not to if you don't want, but I mean, you can just do it anonymously, and then they texted you the results.
Wow.
So it literally, like, it's good, because it probably did help
That
quite a
is
few
good.
people, but everybody, I think, because also it's like teenage boys at that time just trying to be stupid and look cool.
Yeah.
So everybody went, I'm gonna take it, and the fucking bathrooms were full of just virgins
God.
pissing in cups. People being like, oh, I think my dick's falling off, so I know for a fact I've fucked so many people that I'm basically dead, boys. I'm dead. And then they'd get texted like 2 weeks later being like, not only do you not have an STD, your urethra's closed up, you're a virgin, you're whatever, like you're dying of different ale.
There's not even like a speck of semen in here.
There's not. You've never come in your life.
You good?
But yeah, I like it's stuff like that I'm kind of, because that was during a class called PSHE, which was basically like lifestyle lessons or studying in school. So that was a lesson where they taught us, about like ways to analyze drugs to take it safely, or like housing stuff.
Wow, again, with the drug classes we got was don't take them. You will die.
Our teacher, my teacher was cool as fuck because she used to be the head of the high school, but then was like, you know what, I'm just gonna have kids and decide to just teach. I don't care.
Also, I think if you let them even know remotely that you had ever taken a drug, you get expelled.
They'd be like, yo, what's up?
It's fucking ridiculous. Our teacher literally in this class, because it was like a lifestyles class, she was one of the most open people in the world. She'd like during the drug like lessons, she'd talk about her like college experience and just the shit she took, and that like, yeah, it was fun at the time, but she wouldn't recommend ever doing it because it sucked afterwards. And that's been my experience with like ecstasy, shit like that. It's like, it's fun. I'd never do it. It's like it fucks up your entire like chemical balances, a lot of them. And when you learn about that, I say this even though I drink all the time, but like, that only causes physical damage. It's not like somewhat like I can die, that's easy, that's fine. But with somewhat like ecstasy, where it fucks up your mental balance, it's like you can't just die. It's not like well, you probably can if you take a fuck ton of it, but like it's insane how long it takes for your serotonin levels to just like come back after you take a drug that like drains it all. And that's so much more efficient teaching people that than going, you know what, you'll die. Not only will you die, you'll cast a curse on your family where all of them will go to hell.
Well, like, not only did they tell us that, like, it wasn't teachers that said that. Whenever they had drug talks, especially in middle school, at least where I went to middle school, they brought cops in to do it.
Oh, yeah.
We only ever got it from, like, cops.
Fucking pigs.
Yeah, so, like, then even, like, if you're sitting in the class with a cop telling you, like, hey, don't do these drugs, and even if they were like, hey, have any of you ever done it, and you raised your hand, like, no one would raise their hand in front of a cop, like, seriously. And even if, like, it wasn't the cop,
Wait. Yeah, I mean...
like,
in America,
but even,
you raise your hand and they... Bang, bang, bang! He's got a gun!
Bro, even if you told the teachers, like, or like try to have a conversation with the teachers, I'm pretty sure they just bring the dogs and be like, do a drug search.
Yeah, they do.
What?
Someone in my music class told my like the music teacher there, fucking, hey, I have like this big like issue with like my family, up to the point where like now I'm like, I've been introduced to drugs and I'm actually dependent on it, and I want to seek help. And they called the police.
Yeah, that's literally their whole
searched
response.
the school, and then he got arrested.
That's like, yeah.
What?
So we don't get any like knowledge on it. We just get don't do it or this is gonna happen. And yeah, they used to do drug searches at our school like all the time. The whole lockdown, and then they bring the dogs in, and then like you knew it was the dogs because you'd be in lockdown for like a really long time, and they would never say why. And if they didn't say why, you knew it was a drug thing, like looking for drugs.
I remember I fell asleep through one.
But they were so long, like, and you can't leave the room. So like I remember one time when they were doing one, like the class was over, but we had to stay there because they were still doing it, like in the middle of one.
That's fucking crazy, though. Like,
so you guys did you guys do the DARE program?
Yeah, that's what it was.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And I don't remember if it was middle school or high school, but that's when the cop comes and like does the whole.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know if we did the program. But that's what they called it. We started it like later, like I think it was later in high school because it was just being introduced.
You guys got it in high school?
Yeah.
I think so.
I got that shit in elementary school.
Oh no, we definitely. I don't think we had that in elementary school.
We had police come and like talk to us like throughout like middle school and shit, but high school is where they really started doing like
They started calling it DARE and like stuff like that too.
Yeah,
they never called it that before. They were just like, hey, this cop's gonna come in and like tell you about drugs.
It's so the DARE program was a program where they'd have a cop come in and tell all the little kiddies about drugs, and the idea was to like educate the children and be like, don't do drug bad. But it actually backfired, and more kids started doing drugs because of it. So
yeah, it was a
it
failure.
actually called the DARE program, though?
Yeah.
Wasn't E.
Wasn't the slogan like "Dare to say no" or something?
Yeah.
Some stupid shit. Like,
Yeah.
Wait, that's one thing I'll always be kind of weirded out about. I don't know. It's probably controversial, but like, they say so much shit about peer pressure when you're growing up.
Yeah.
Peer pressure is the literally it's the easiest thing in my experience to be like, yeah, no.
Yeah.
It's
no.
Never once in my life, and I've been to like strangers' house parties and stuff. Do you know when people are like chanting or drunk and they're like, oh, take another shot, and it's like, yeah, you'll do it sometimes, but then if you're like, nah, I feel kind of sick, you won't just go, oh, they're chanting at me. You realise people, when they're drunk, they have the shortest memories in the world. You'll go, nah, I'm alright, and then they'll go, in one fluid motion, they'll offer it to the next person next to you. It's like,
pussy, and then like walks away.
Yeah, like that's the worst you could get is somebody going, pussy, or something, and you're like, whatever, fuck off. And then later in the night, you're helping them throw up into a toilet. And then, like, nobody once ever mentions, and even when you're wankered in a situation like that, you're like, you kind of know that. It's like, yeah, I'm just gonna say no to this extra shot, because, like,
yeah, I mean,
I don't feel it right now.
To be honest, at parties, I've seen more peer pressure to try and stop them from drinking.
Yeah. Where people say, take a shot, and it's water, and then the person smells it and is like, you're a fucking bitch. I know what this is. Like,
it's like, please stop taking shots. And you're like, now.
The last party I was at, there was a girl who, like, we tried taking her bottle of Captain Morgan away from her, and she started, like, crying and, like, hugging it. She's like, no!
I don't want to go!
I need it.
but that's, like, a thing that they, like, drill in your head that, like, just say no, peer pressure. They should do that, but with consent. They should teach people that.
I don't think I've ever heard the word consent, like, in sex ed, ever.
Nope.
No.
We were lucky in that sense where we had an entire assembly, like a year assembly, where, I mean, they didn't word it very well, but they definitely, drilled the point of consent.
Yeah, they don't teach that here at all.
Laid out they tried to, like, shock factor it to guys, because guys are oftentimes stupid, especially when they're, like, hormonal and fucking young.
Just a bunch
so
of
they
monkeys.
They literally put up a PowerPoint of just the words anal, vaginal, oral, just like all these different words of like ways to enter somebody, and they went, if you do any of this, and then afterwards or before the person has said no, or they just, were drunk or something like that, you are liable, you're in trouble, because you're the, by our laws, the penetrator is always the, person, who gets in trouble if somebody comes out and says it.
Yeah.
So it's if anything enters anything, and the person doesn't want it, you're fucked, you'll get fucked. And they sat us down for an hour assembly for this. And I mean, it's always weird to think back on, but it probably did make an impact where people remember it, I guess, innit? And in those times, I mean, it probably forms a human into growing up and maybe going, oh, maybe if I don't become a rapist.
I remember that slideshow. The slideshow.
The slideshow, yeah, no, but it's that's the thing about kids or teens, is everything's a lot more impactful than if you saw a slideshow when you're just about to turn 24,
Yeah, I mean, that's true.
So, yeah, because, I mean, every day back then was so long in comparison to every day now. It's there's not enough hours in the day to do fucking anything nowadays, let alone sit down for an hour and watch a PowerPoint. It's wild. I say that whilst I'm enrolled in college, and that's what I'm expected to do every day. I'm also dropping out of college, that's fun.
Woo!
Oh, yeah.
That's a fun time.
I like how I said that, you are.
AMA, guys. Dropout life? Well, not you, Lewis. You obviously know.
What the fuck?
Yo.
But I got my GED, bro.
Motherfucker clasping onto that GED.
I am.
6 years after he would have been announced it normally.
Chewing on it.
Chewing on it. Oh, God.
It fuels me. I go back to adult education. They're like, "Why are you still here?" And I'm like, "I want another one."
Give me another.
More.
Line up the multiple choice questions, bro. I'll do another.
They just print me out a picture and I just eat it.
Bro.
I'd love to get a GED just to go into an interview, slap that bad boy on the table and be like, yeah, I know my times tables.
Bro.
$20 an hour, please.
I had to fucking do algebra. And fucking calculus. On this times tables, bro.
Think how funny that'd be, though. I'd give that motherfucker a job. It isn't, that's all I've realised in the real adult world. Oftentimes, actual qualifications don't mean shit. If you could make somebody laugh and give them a good time, you'll probably have a better chance being remembered, bro.
Yeah, you
Honestly.
probably will.
Sam slapping down a GED, saying, I know my times tables, bro.
The guy
Go
just
ahead.
stares at you and he's like, is that it?
Is
Go
that
ahead,
all
ask
you
me
know?
10 times anything. Get it like that.
10 times 2.
Hold on.
And then
Let
he
me break
pulls
it.
out his fingers.
So 10, 1, 9, 20.
You got the job.
Yes!
Our silence was him typing into the calculator real quick.
He had to double check.
Types into the calculator. Fucking sweat
Walks out
beating
the
down.
room.
Yeah.
You see him through the blinds, rallying around with a couple of his...
Guys, he's right. It is 20.
They have to cross-reference.
We couldn't figure this one out for the life of us.
You've got it.
Comes back, there's tears coming down his face. That's how getting a job was in the 70s and shit. It's just
Oh my gosh, this guy knows math. You're hired.
oh my god. Would you like
This
to become
man knew
CEO?
What's 10? What's 1 times 1? 1. You're hired, CEO.
Now I could give them 7 certificates, a fucking
your-
diploma, my GED,
You have a
Bunch of,
PhD and you go to Taco Bell and they decline you.
you have too much experience.
Facts.
But
Big
you need
facts.
at least 2 years to work here.
Speaking of too much experience, my band teacher in high school would always brag about how he was rejected from working at a grocery store because he was he was overqualified.
Bro, that's everyone. Like,
He would brag about
is
that?
Heartbreaking, Sam. Why would you even mention that? That is the saddest thing.
Because I thought about it and I thought it was so funny.
Poor man brought this up to children. You know he brought that up every day, if you remember that.
he was
And you were in
flexing.
only one of his classes. He had so many other kids he was teaching that you know he brought that up as well.
Imagine trying to get a job at Aldi, you get declined, and you start flexing at your fucking side hustle, bro.
He thought about that every single day. That is the saddest thing in the
He
world.
thought about it. He's like, I just got denied $15 an hour at Aldi.
See, that's a really big risk, people. Well, I say risk. It is just it's almost like a guarantee with getting like a degree, isn't it?
Yeah, now I gotta teach fucking Jimmy the flute for $8 an hour. Fuck.
I mean, a lot of corporations just straight up, like big corporations that have just excess money, they will just look at somebody who's really qualified and go, oh, unless it's a temporary position or whatever, or like agreed in certain amounts, if it's you're trying to apply for a permanent position, they'll usually just go like, oh, yeah, nah, because you've obviously got this qualification, this is just like a stepping stone, innit?
Yeah, because they don't want you to leave.
Yeah.
Which is like the stupidest thing ever. Like, they needed help, but then if they
It's
see someone who's not
ridiculous.
willing to help for too long, they're like, nah.
Yeah, and it is just almost predatory, where it's like, oh, let's just sink our fucking teeth into somebody who really needs this job.
Well, yeah,
And
because
they
they
will
want to
go
exploit
without
them.
for like months rather than get somebody who they know is better.
Yeah.
Not better, but like better qualified than
Well, so my first
like the
job...
band teacher. Rest in peace. God bless him.
My first job, when I was applying and like doing the interviews, my boss asked me if I had any prior work experience, and I said no. And like typically that's like a bad thing, but
Yeah.
he was like good, like I liked that, and I was like I didn't understand that at first, but then after working the job for 2 months, I realized it's because he wanted to literally like exploit me and like. Because I never worked a job before, I didn't know
You
it was
had
like...
no expectations.
Yeah, I didn't know it was
It's like,
normal to expect from a boss. So then he literally just like treated his two workers like crap because he knew that they didn't know what they were doing and had no more experience.
It's
And
one
I
thing.
was like, okay.
It's probably bad advice, but do you know like those minimum wage jobs that everybody gets when they're like 16, 17?
Yeah.
I will always say, like, I'm just going to teach my kids, because we grow up in schools or, like, just everything being like, oh, put 100%, like, first impressions, you've got to smash it. I'm going to teach my kids to go in, like, first day one, go in with, like, 70 to 80% of your everything, because then, bro, you've already got past all the hard bits. You're still going to smash it, you're still going to do good, but the people who go in, you know, day one, day two, you get burnt out. It's like horrific when you're like 17 and putting 110% into a minimum wage job.
Yeah, because I mean, your boss is also looking at you and saying, "Well, this is a really good worker. I'm going to put even more work on him, and I'm going to let the people who don't do as good work like call out whenever they want because I know this person's going to be able to handle it." And so they put so much responsibility on you. And then you're like, I don't even want to do this. I don't want to be here.
Like those minimum wage jobs, putting 100%. No, I genuinely think, put the effort you're paid for.
That's how I feel. I saw this on Twitter the other day. People were arguing about it because it's the same point. It was like, if it's a minimum wage job, like you don't need to be working your hardest because what are they paying? Like they're not getting paid enough. And I 100% agree.
It's a big corporation, so they're not going to give you a glowing recommendation for your next job. They're going to give you, at best, an email or a letter saying that you are a good employee.
At best, literally, because I'm sure people work minimum wage jobs for years and go without recognition. Like, you're disposable to them. They don't care about you.
Yeah. And it is annoying because, like, when you're 16, 17, that's your entire world. I mean, it's a lot of money to you at that point, but, like, bro, it's annoying that you only really recognize it afterwards that you are just straight up, like, manipulated.
Well, I think that's how, like, everything in America is right now. Like, every job in America is pretty much just exploiting you. Like, no one's getting paid. Like, no one in these normal, like, minimum wage, even not, like, teaching too, like, teaching, most jobs just don't pay you enough. And and right now with the pandemic, it's like, people are like, well, everyone's just taking unemployment, like, no one wants to work anymore because whatever. Why would you want to work? I make more off unemployment than I do working. Why would I want to work? What is in it for me? Nothing. I get absolutely nothing out of it.
Yeah.
I get abused.
Straight up.
Like, so I don't understand people's point when they're like, no one wants to work anymore, they want to take unemployment. Of course they do. Give them something to work. Damn. Give them something they want.
It blows my mind that, especially in America and places, people, like normal people, and that's like a huge part of, I don't know the difference between like Democrats, Republicans, stuff like that, because over here we call them different things, but...
Yeah.
Conservatives, I'm pretty sure, is very similar to, like, Democrats here, and what's the other party over there? Or, no, not the Republican. What's the other party over there?
Liberals.
Yeah, liberals is Democrats, pretty much.
Ugh.
They're just different names, same smell.
Yeah.
But it's like, it blows my mind that people can be, like, older people who, you know, they're working for normal, air quotes, normal, or like higher paying. Do you know, because obviously they've been working for years, and it's like, okay, they're at a salary that's like in the middle now. The polar against taxing really rich people in that country, and I'm like, bro.
Because it's like in their mind, they're like, I'm gonna get rich.
Crazy high pays. If people who were rich, like dirty rich, were just taxed even a little bit more, or just, you know, like some percentage more, so many more problems. It's just...
Yeah, we're not like trying to drain them entirely. It's just like, just to get a little bit more. You have $1 billion, Mr. Bezos. Come on.
Yeah, really. You have more money than you're ever going to spend.
It's always the vocal people in that argument are like people who earn
minimum wage,
high, or like minimum to like low high wage, and it's
you get like there. I think it's like the mindset of, oh, one day I might become rich, so I don't want to get taxed when I'm. I honestly don't know what it is because it doesn't make sense to me either. But
yeah, because the only time they're gonna tax you through the arse is when you literally have nothing to spend that money on, or you have dumb money to spend. But also at that point, every single corporation that's making you work minimum wage, making you work middle wage when you're like 48, they're going through literal different countries through a higher entity to not get taxed at all.
Yeah.
So it's like, bro, I don't understand what your argument is when literally rich people, if they want to avoid taxes, I mean, they're already doing it, isn't it? So it's like, you might as well just increase it. And then, yeah, the big American dream is making infinite money like that. When you're at that point, you'll fucking have your offshore account, you'll do all that scummy shit that every other rich person does.
I mean, yeah, I mean, it's only the 1% get to there anyways, so, like, to think you're gonna be one of those people is a little bit, like, silly, in my opinion. Like, I mean, anything's possible, I guess, but realistically speaking, you're probably not going to be, unless you come up with something really great.
Yeah.
God forbid your money that you obviously work for goes into the community you've lived in.
That's what I always say. Like,
God forbid.
Like, oh my gosh, I could end world hunger. Like, too bad. Like, you know, it's Like, what's stopping you? What are the
even-
bad things in this?
I mean, I'll probably be more inclined, like, if I do make bank when I'm older, or, like, in the future, when like, taxes and stuff. Yeah, okay, I can go outside right now and slam my fucking leg into the wall multiple times, call an ambulance and go to the hospital, get it fixed. I can do that.
Oh, must be nice.
Yeah.
Mr. European.
Meanwhile, I break both my legs. I have to crawl to the hospital or spend $800. Or call an Uber.
That's
Yeah,
just
Uber.
the start of it, though. I mean, bro. Also,
Dude,
that's insane, though. The fact that you can literally call an Uber.
It would be cheaper than the ambulance.
Yeah, it's cheaper than an ambulance. And I
Yeah,
saw a
but-
It'd
tweet.
probably be faster too. It'd be
I saw a tweet that's like, the ambulance isn't your personal taxi to a hospital.
I
I was like, what fuck's it for?
What do you mean?
Excuse me, sir?
Oh, sorry. Let my grandmother die of a fucking heart attack.
But it's like, it was weird because, I mean, we kind of get what we pay for sometimes over here where, I mean, it's an issue where it's very slow over here, no matter what happens.
Yeah.
So you've also just got to have that common sense of no matter what happens, because I've taken a taxi a few times, you know, instead of obviously calling an ambulance, when, like, because I had that massive, like, to the bone cut in my hand, didn't I, from, like, glass?
Oh, yeah, I remember that.
And that shit was nasty, but I was like, I'm obviously not going to call an ambulance.
Can you describe how that happened in excruciating detail?
I don't really see it's one of those where I've had like two things in my like adult life / end of teenage, I guess, that happened that still kind of freak me out. The scar, I've never had a scar that's so deep that sometimes I still feel it. It feels like something crawling underneath my skin.
Ooh.
But that's sometimes I get that in where, and I think it's probably like it makes sense just thinking it's like nerve damage or something, isn't it?
you probably have scar tissue. Like deep in
I've
your
got
hand.
you've seen it on my hand where it's like half, like, because it's from, you know, your like pinky finger down to my like wrist joint.
Mm-hmm.
It's just an entire like long and like wide like scar thing. So I've got bare scar tissue going all the way down to like the bone of my pinky finger, like connecting bone or whatever. So sometimes my like muscle things at the ends are like, yo, where's my homie? They're forever departed by
Oh my
a ravine
God.
of scar tissue. But it feels like something like moving in my hand, and it's awful. Like that, I don't really want to chat. I'll speak about it another time, but. And then the drowning thing, that still freaks me out whenever because for the last 2 years I've only had a shower. Like I've only been able to, like I've lived in university housing and it's just been showers. But
Yeah.
coming back to like my childhood home, sitting in a bath, I had like a panic attack for the first time in a little bit. It's weird because I went through a thing where like I like passed out in water when I was a little bit drunk walking home through a swamp, like a swampland place. I went to a house party, and then it was a fucking good house party. It was like this rich girl's house, and I stole a pint of milk from the family fridge and an entire box of Shreddies, which is like a type of cereal. So I was fucking ready, bro. Yeah, it was like Weetabix, but flat.
Ooh.
Yeah, like the Weetabix minis, not the fucking big ones. Not the A4 pieces of paper if you flatten those bastards out. But it was like, I was excited. I just stole cereal foods from this family. And then some of the people who went to this house party that were in my high school, they were like, oh, we're camping tonight because a lot of them lived far away. So they were like, oh, we're going to take a shortcut through this field. And this field, like, to the left of it, because there was a canal going all the way through, it was like, it went straight from grass to, like, reeds and, like, swamp water. So my foot, like, fucking caved in. I fell into the canal. And it was a wild time. I just remember inhaling a lot. Passing out. Woke up in hospital. And then for, like, I think it was a month and a bit, every time I ate or drank anything, it, like, tasted like excess canal water.
Ugh.
Ugh.
It was a good time.
Fun.
Fun time. Trauma.
Fun,
God
fun,
bless it.
fun. So we've talked about politics and trauma. This
Love that.
podcast. A fun listen. Fun listen.
Fun listen. Just a light listen.
We also made fun of the DARE program.
Fun of there. Talked about drugs and sex and fucking David.
Yeah, I mean...
I'll kill him.
We can
I think
talk about
we've all
fun
said that.
things. Oh, no. Okay.
What's a fun thing?
Any topic. Any topic.
What's a fun thing happening in life
What's
right
fun anymore?
That
What's
is
fun
actually a
anymore?
very valid point.
now? You know what's fun for me right now?
I
Ordering
got my
things
vaccine.
online.
That was fun.
Oh,
Was yours
no,
fun?
no.
Mine wasn't fun. The lady was kind of mean.
Wait,
Mine was fine, and then the next day I woke up vomiting violently.
Oh.
I felt very bad for you.
Was it
That's
your
why I was
first?
so fucked up last week, and I couldn't record. I was like, oh,
Yeah,
Was it your,
Was that
your first shot?
vaccine gang?
yeah vaccine
You were-
gang.
yeah.
You were dying from it. What did they give you, bro? Oh, no.
I think they gave me the bad badge because I forgot my vaccine card.
Yo.
Oh, no.
You forgot your
They gave
vaccine
you-
card?
Yeah, I forgot my vaccine card. They're like, oh, go to the other line. And so I went to the other line, and they're like, you got your vaccine card? I said, no, they told me to go here because I didn't have it. I'm
They
like, all right,
sent
let's
you
see your
in with the
license.
swamp people.
Second shot, right? Yep. And they gave me my shot. And then when I rolled up my window, it broke and rolled up sideways. And it was snowing, and it was cold.
Oh my gosh.
If there was ever a sign that
Oh no.
just bad omens after bad omens, God
just-
was like, you need to take that plaster off and suck it back out. You don't want this. Wow.
Your Marvel story beginning. You're gonna be like Deadpool or something. I don't know.
Yeah, Sam's gonna wake up and fucking just go, ah! And then just feel the same, and then get his arm cut off, and it just grows back.
Goes back
I was going to say, but
stronger.
waking up and going, that's normal for me already. I wake up and realize I'm still living and scream in agony.
God.
Why?
Do you enjoy this, God?
Why did you make me get sick every morning? Also, question. What vaccine gang are you?
Pfizer.
Let's go.
Pfizer.
Pfizer gang?
Pfizer gang.
Are we all Pfizer gang?
Yeah. I
Let's
think so.
fucking go. So I'll get Pfizer.
The UK has started we've invested millions into a youth campaign to get youths vaccinated. And every single person I know, every young person, do you know when we go on the government website to sign up for it,
Yeah.
it says we're not eligible.
Bruh.
Every single person I've spoken to in universities.
Oh my god. What the fuck?
And one of our university gym got converted into a vaccine centre now after it was turned into a field COVID hospital last year.
Oh, I remember that.
Yeah. So we have one literally 10 minutes walking distance away, and I've signed up for it like 5 or 6 times, and each time it's like, you're not eligible, don't be selfish.
Oh my
But now
gosh.
they've put millions into a campaign that says, young people, don't be selfish. get vaccinated. And you're like, wait, hold up.
Wait a minute.
And then when you go online, it's like, how fucking dare you? You're not a high-risk category. You're a student.
You think you deserve a vaccine, you bastard?
I guess this
wild.
is the one point where like having corporations involved in it has helped a lot.
Yeah.
Because you could literally go to several websites and see if you can get it, and if you can't, you just go to the next one.
That's wild.
Like
So I'm part of the... I'm probably going to die when I walk outside, gang. Gang.
Don't worry.
All these vaccinated people carrying around the germs of COVID, living their best lives, and the second a non-vaccinated person walks out, I'm going to get swamped by the fucking cloud.
Yeah. Everyone fucking walks to your door. They're like, "Why aren't you coming out? We're all
Jehovah's
vaccinated."
Witnesses are going to start knocking on the door.
I've been so fucking thankful. One thing. Let's do one thing and bash religion. All right? One fucking thing I've been thankful for COVID is that no Jehovah's Witnesses knocks on my door every fucking like Friday or whatever.
Dude,
How dare
I
you.
never had fucking door-to-door religious people come up to my door. But yesterday.
What?
Fucking...
Wait, they all came at one day.
No, just yesterday.
All of them.
It wasn't that they came, it was how they came.
What?
What the fuck does that mean?
Mormons on motherfucking hoverboards.
What?
Wait, what does that even mean?
Those two-wheeled, like, shit, like, those two-wheeled, like,
Oh, okay.
Two-wheeled bastards. You
They
lean forward.
hoverboarded to your house.
door.
I was horrified for a second. Okay, that's slightly...
They came up and knock, knock, knock. If you want to ride, you have to join.
He strolled up with his big fucking smile on his face, and my dog was going crazy. And, he was like, "Hey, have you heard the word of God?" I'm like, "Sign says no soliciting, buddy." And he's like, "Well, God wants me to solicit," and I just closed the door.
Wait, did he say
Oh
that? That's
my
kind of
God.
cute. I like that.
Yeah, he said that. I was like, "Shut up."
I just imagine like he
Mormonism's a sham. And I just,
he just leans forward a little bit, like with the fucking hoverboard, just gets up to your ear. He's like, "You can still practice polygamy if you wanna." We'll look away.
He's like, look at my 3 hot babes, and the segueing behind him, bro.
It might have been gone in 1890, but some of us still do it. Come on.
That is fucking insane, though.
They're finding new ways to get around. Dude. That's
Hoverboarding
amazing.
Mormons.
There is...
terrifying sight.
That is horrific. That is probably one of the worst sights you could see.
I'd shit my pants.
I had to drive out to get gas, and I passed other
They chased
hoverboarding
you.
Mormons on the street.
They sped up. They leant
There's
forward.
multiple in my neighborhood. And I was like, "Oh my god."
Oh my gosh, they're on a mission.
They had squads out. Oh no.
Release the Mormons.
I like to imagine if it's like a semi truck and it opens up and they all just
That's what I
pile
was
out.
Oh my god.
On the hoverboard,
my
they just
children.
roll down the ramps
back of it
out into
drops.
the streets.
Tell them about Joseph Smith.
Oh my god.
Oh my
He was definitely not a grave robber. Don't tell him about that part.
Yeah. Only include the middle and not the end of his legacy. Let's skip the bit where he died in prison and got murdered. Let's skip
Don't
that.
talk about the statutory rape either. That
Yeah,
people
no,
don't
no,
like
no.
that one.
Only the middle bits, and then yeah.
Actually, you know what? Don't tell him anything about Joseph Smith. That guy's kind of weird.
Tell them about the tablets though. They were
And how
kinda
he could only see them looking into his hat.
cool. Like a magician.
Oh my god.
He was like, "Oh, you want to hear another one?" He just looked into his hat and was like, "Oh, God
Ooh, it says
said
here we
this."
can make the Native Americans white. Ooh!
Wow.
That's a real belief, by the way.
Wait, what?
Wait,
Hold on.
what?
Yeah, Joseph Smith legitimately thought he could turn Native Americans white.
Well, what?
Yeah,
I
he
mean, a
also
lot
thought-
of America was trying to do that
I mean-
already at that
He
time.
also thought black people were cursed
What?
for not voting in the famous Jesus Satan election.
Yeah, I mean, why wouldn't they? Hello?
Wow.
Oh my god.
But
also-
weirdly enough, once the civil rights movement got passed, they suddenly stopped believing that. Weird how
Excuse
God
me?
follows the U.S. law.
Convenient.
Shit's nuts.
God really be like, oop, hold up.
Oops, sorry, guys.
Yeah,
Oh, we-
typos. I did not
Ooh.
mean black people deserve to be sold as slaves. I meant fruit deserved to be sold to
Banana.
be part of a delicious diet.
Part of your nutritious breakfast.
You guys are wacky with the way you read things. Well,
Can you imagine that, like, heaven and everything is, like, real and you go at the end and
oh my
God's like,
god.
bro, you did what? You weren't supposed to do that. I didn't say that.
Genuinely, I feel like if hell exists, it is going to be just fun, cool people. It's going to be like it's going to be all the gays, it's going to be happy, you know? It's going to be people doing drugs and dancing down there. And then also, like, the worst people, you know, maybe. But that's what we already live with anyway. Like, who fucking cares?
We live with them mixed in together anyway.
Meanwhile, heaven is going to be all the passive-aggressive old people from generations. And then they're going to go back to... Oh, it's going to be fucking atrocious up there.
It's gonna suck.
I'd rather deal with the drugs circulating, the gay nightclubs, and Hitler. I'd rather deal with that than...
I think I'd rather deal with neither. Just put me in limbo.
Yeah, put me in, like, Valhalla.
Yo, can we have a limbo party?
I'll just chill.
Oh, wait,
there,
yeah,
dude.
can we all just chill out in limbo? Actually.
Yeah. It'd probably
I like-
be a bit dark, but I'd be chill with that.
I like to imagine Limbo's like the music video for Once in a Lifetime by the Talking Heads.
Ugh.
Why? Why do you imagine that?
I don't know. I just like to imagine if I die and go to Limbo, I can do funny dances while clones of me do other funny dances behind me, and we'll have a great
I
time.
hate that. I hate
It's
you.
like your limbo's like one of those fucking carnivals in the mirror room.
Like, God will peek in, like,
God.
what's this guy doing? And the days go by. And
He closes the lid. He's like, we'll leave him for a couple more. He's not ready yet.
checks in a few millennia, pops in, same as it ever was. Same as it ever was.
He just doesn't
It's
get
just
bored. He
that
keeps
part.
doing it.
He keeps boogieing, bro. He keeps doing it.
He doesn't stop.
Doesn't he know he's never gonna get let into heaven if he just keeps doing that?
I genuinely do think, like, no matter what, even though, like, yeah, God might have revised his story afterwards and whatnot, but going off the first one, there is a very good chance that if we ever meet God, he's just like this old, like, really fucking racist white man. Just showing up.
Oh my gosh, what if he's a Chad?
What's up, bro? Welcome to heaven, bro.
I do just think he'll...
You want a beer?
Welcome to heaven,
You want
bro.
a Bud Light,
We got Bud Lights in the corner.
But it's like a frat name. It's
Hey,
like,
you want a Four
welcome to-
Loko?
You
got
got
Bud,
right,
bro?
though. Why would he make his son be able to turn shit into wine, then? Hello?
You should get everyone
Any
got Bud
lit.
Light?
water Jesus... No wonder Jesus died when he was like 30, bro. Any water he touched turned into wine.
It was a power he couldn't control. He was like, Mom, please. Give me water.
Bathed and just constantly smell... He was probably the first person who smelled like cologne.
Mama, I'm
He
feeling all
constantly
woozy.
smelled like fucking grapes.
Oh,
Oh
God.
my god.
Delicious fruits.
He must have been
Body
a
spray.
delicious smelling baby.
Ugh. Hate that. I hate that, Lewis. No, thank you.
I just meant
Wow, this baby smells really good.
Go right to jail if you ever describe a baby as smelling delicious.
Can you imagine? Do you have any words about the deceased? Oh yeah, they were pretty cool, but as a baby, they smelled really good.
They smelled delicious, though.
Really good baby.
It smelled like a fine wine.
Smelled like grapes.
I
That baby
drink 'em
smells
right
like
up.
grapes.
Like, what I'm imagining is, like, so there was one time at work where, like, I was waiting for, like, someone to get done in the stall, and when I went after them, usually it smells like shit, but it smelled like fucking mint. It smelled really good in there.
Oh.
So, like,
I don't know what's more disturbing, though.
I imagine walking into, like, the manger, it just smells great. Like, someone sprayed some Febreze on that thing.
Yeah. Wait, that is almost like, what is it? Is it like the Canny Valley shit?
The Uncanny Valley.
Yeah, the Uncanny Valley. One's Fortnite and one's not Fortnite. It fucking freaks me out every time I say the wrong thing. But yeah, like the Uncanny Valley, well, like, it is just defined to humans' expectancies in, like, certain situations and, like, visuals, I guess, isn't it? But, I mean, it is definitely Uncanny Valley where it's like, bro. Well, no, I say definitely, it's probably not. It's just like, if you walk into a cubicle after somebody, yeah, you're expecting it to smell bad. It's almost creepier, or like you acknowledge it more if it smells delicious.
Good, yeah.
Like that person's arse is like a delicious 5 gum packet.
Well, honestly, like, I don't know. That we should make that like a common courtesy. You, like, carry some, like, small air freshener around with you. So, like, all bathrooms smell good.
Literally, all you have to do, life hack, get essential oil. It drop some drops in it before you go. It creates a film on the top of the toilet. You do your stuff. It encases the smell under, like, the oil layer, and then you flush, and it's gone.
God,
What the fuck?
You're part of the reason why I thought women's bathrooms had sofas in it. You saying shit like that, meanwhile we go in toilets and there's literal feces and blood smeared on the roof. And you're like, how? How? Oh my god, I'm so glad. Right.
Have I ever told you the story about the brick shit?
Excuse me?
Oh,
The brick shit?
I love this story.
Amanda knows about it.
I was there. Unfortunately.
The brick shit.
So back in good old middle school, we were in like algebra class one day, just being fucking 14, 15-year-olds being stupid, you know, and we were bored because we're looking at fucking algebra. And one of our friends, his name was Pedro, went to the bathroom, and he came back with this look on his face.
He came back cheesing, bro.
Yeah. He was like, like grinning ear to ear, looking at everyone like, I just saw some shit. And who did he go
He
up
went to
first?
Dominic and whispered in his ear as
he
he was going back to his seat. 'Cause I sat right next to him, and I remember him like leaning over and telling him something real quick. And then like maybe a minute later, his hand goes up and he asks to go to the bathroom. Same thing. He goes in, he comes back, he's cheesing. like even more than the first kid. Like he is outright like laughing. Like I think he comes in laughing, and the teacher's like, "What is going on? Like why do you keep?" Like I think he tells another kid he tries to go to the bathroom, and she catches on.
we had a train of 5 guys going to that bathroom because I was the last guy to go.
And then I remember like she caught one of you and was like, "What's going on?"
Yeah. So Dominic told Steven. And Steven went out. He came back cheesing. He told me, because I sat behind him. And I was like, what happened? He's like, yo, there's this big ass brick of shit in the bathroom. And I'm like, all right. You've piqued my interest.
Brick of shit.
Oh my god.
I thought someone just like took a shit and whatever and like didn't flush. I was like, all right, this is whatever. I'll go verify. I'll be the straight face. If I come back and like my face is fine. Whatever. They're fucking over exaggerating. They're laughing at poop, literally. I walk in this bathroom. I go to the stall. They tell me to go to fucking giant square shit.
Wait, whoa! Like in the toilet?
Yes, in the
I
toilet.
thought it wasn't on the floor.
No, it was.
For some reason, I remember it.
No, it was in the toilet. It was in the bowl, but it was perfectly square.
I remember.
Wow.
Oh my god.
Excuse me. You're not. Your vision's not being polluted. By
No, it's
you.
not, because I remember
Square.
the other kids like describing it, and they all said the same thing. They were like, it's square. They're like, it's like dead square. And my teacher, I remember the teacher just being like what? Like, come on, guys.
Yeah.
So she called the janitor. She had to call the janitor.
Yeah.
Wait, was it not even? So it wasn't even like a rectangle. It was square.
Yeah.
It was.
It was it was like a brick. It's like a little brick.
So it was probably rectangle.
Oh my
But they were
God.
saying how straight edged it was. Like they were like it wasn't round, dude. It was like rectangular.
It was scary.
And I just remember them saying that, and like the whole class started laughing.
No, because the last person we had going to that bathroom, you want to know who it was?
What was it, Emmanuel?
It was Emmanuel. Yeah, it was
I
Emmanuel.
remember him coming back and cheesing too.
Yeah.
I remember him
my
just
God.
laughing. Like, he couldn't
Yeah,
keep
he
it
couldn't
together.
hold it, and that's why we couldn't continue the train of the
Okay,
boys
yeah, it
going
was
to the
him.
bathroom to see the brick.
I'm
know, if-
heartbroken that you didn't go to school during phone times. That's the only time that I wish one of you motherfuckers had a shitty quality Samsung phone to take a cursed image of.
That doesn't surprise me, hearing it was Emmanuel who was laughing so much.
Yeah, no, I remember. Yeah, I remember every kid that came back from that. Because I sat in the front of the room, so I was like perfect, lined up to the door. Like if you guys walked back in, I remember just looking at every single one of you, and you were all freaking laughing.
Yeah, I came back and I was like, oh my fucking god, you were all right.
It's very obvious. Like, obviously your teacher, at that point where it's like 4 or 5 of you going in, she wouldn't have let many of you go out. So the fact that Emmanuel came in and just fucking died, very on brand for the poor boy, but
Yeah.
it does make sense.
Yeah, so the janitor came and cleaned it up, and the legend of the brick shit was lost. Wow. To a guy getting paid like $12.
He probably died when I wonder if I was that janitor, I would have taken a picture.
Yeah,
Like,
if I was that
bro,
janitor, I would have walked in and said, "What the fuck?"
Wait,
what are they kids eating?
Could you imagine being outside the door, seeing the janitor going, "Oh my god, it's a brick!"
the janitor comes out, doesn't say a word to anybody ever again, resigns, just leaves.
Yeah, he's like, "I quit."
Did the culprit ever come forward? Who was the brick shit bandit?
We don't know who it was. By all, like, for all we
Analyze
know,
the arseholes, whoever. It's like, do you know, one of those children's play puzzle solving kits?
yeah. And the
But-
all right, the other thing about it is like, so the boys who witnessed it had a meeting later in the English class, where we tried to figure out if it was man-made or natural.
Wait,
No, because like we were like, did someone just go in there and make a brick out of their own shit like a weirdo?
Oh my god.
but the school we went to, I wouldn't doubt it.
I wouldn't doubt it either. So like we all like came together and we were like, we have to come to a conclusion. Was that shit just man? Like was that a facade? Was that a facade shit? And we all concluded that had to have come out of someone's body because it was
How?
it had like the
You
natural.
could have had
it had like
you
the
could have-
natural cracks and shit. There was no discoloration. It was a lot of
but
shit.
You could have had like a Michelangelo of Play-Doh who's like
That's true.
practiced for years.
That's true. It was just like we didn't have enough like evidence to prove that
Yeah.
it wasn't natural. So we just had to assume it was natural. Someone actually shat that out.
How did he get those perfect edges? Whose arsehole can pinch off at perfect 90 degrees? Who can
We don't know.
Jesus.
I hate being a child. Like, that's it. Because there are questions you ask you're never going to get an answer to.
There's probably, if you were way back in the day, there'd be a religion out of this.
Yeah.
This is like a cryptid.
Yeah.
Look, this Jesus guy turned water into wine, but Johnny there just took a square shit. He is truly the son of God.
Johnny's squirting out Minecraft dookies, bro. You're really talking about a man who could make water into something slightly alcoholic.
We're like, that's it, bro. This dude could build a house out of his shit just by
He
shitting.
could straight up.
Like, get the fuck out of here.
Wow.
My God.
I'm impressed. What a world.
Middle school was a time.
School was a time.
God. I'm so glad I'm not the way I was in middle school.
Yeah. I agree. You're a freak. Like,
Oh.
Yo.
Middle school
you used to
was
be cool as fuck in middle school, bro.
prime emo phase for me.
Oh, me too.
Oh no.
I had the opposite.
emo Sam.
I was too, like, energetic. Now I like it.
I think me and Lewis were probably like synonymously the same person in middle
Sam,
school.
what kind of emo were you? Was it like raw XD?
Not that.
See, I was that kind.
Oh, thank God I wasn't that.
Like, I literally used to say that on our Reddit. Like not a lot, but I did use XD a lot.
Oh, see, I kind of did too, though. It was like a 2011, 2012 was kind of an XD time.
I remember everyone using XD when I was like 16, and I would be like, "Shut the fuck up."
Bro.
But yeah, I can vouch, Amanda was she was an XD girl. Looking back at those pictures, Amanda, that you have of...
I don't want to talk about. So yeah, what kind of emo were you?
I don't know. Like, I didn't have a lot of friends. I wore all black. I listened to My Chemical Romance.
Oh,
Yeah.
The classic.
Yeah.
classic.
I'd post
Vintage
edgy punk
emo.
rock song quotes on my Facebook page.
I'm so happy. The one thing that I wasn't allowed to have was social media when I was younger, and I'm so happy about that now because I don't have any
See, you
cringy
say
like
that.
Facebook things.
But you missed out on so... like.
But I have friends who posted things of me. So I
Wait,
have
is that why all the pictures of you in like middle school were like live leak pictures?
Yeah.
Like, you never took them.
Yeah,
It was always
I didn't
of
have.
you
Yeah, it
third
was.
person.
Yeah.
It's like the paparazzi.
Yeah, wait, no, literally all the pictures. You know, like Amanda, there's like one specific picture of you like in a street, holding your backpack, walking towards somebody, and you
Actually, that wasn't even a street. That was the entrance of our middle school. They used to make us wait outside before the school started, so we'd all just gather.
terrified.
I was so ugly. I was so ugly.
It's like
that
it's
was
like from like hip position pointing up to your chin.
yeah, and it's that disgusting red sweater on and those ugly glasses, and I look like an 80-year-old woman.
You did have the hunch of an 80-year-old woman,
That picture literally was me turning around as someone said my name and them taking a picture of me. So
that's a hate crime, Amanda. You could get them arrested for that.
So, and that's what I looked like. And I just hate that picture so much because I'm so ugly in that picture. I was ugly in middle school. Like there's no other way to say it. I was ugly.
You send that to
I mean,
Sam.
that's a glow up.
It's literally pinned in our
bitch,
general chat in Discord.
Yeah, when you find it,
It is pinned in there.
Yeah,
It's all the way at the top. It's probably one of the first pinned things in there. It's
If
disgusting.
anything, like, that's a lot better than people who, like, peaked and, like...
Oh, I actually know some people who peaked in, like, high school. So,
which is one of the saddest things.
I am very happy about that. I'm not as ugly as I used to be. I'm nowhere near as ugly as I used to be. I was ugly.
Oh, there it is!
Oh, it's so bad.
Wait, where is it? Slide it in the podcast chat.
Hold up.
I think I'm less ugly, but I'm a lot fatter. And honestly,
Same.
I'm literally
I
way
feel
the
that.
same.
I'm less ugly, and less fatter. But man, I look depressed.
We've just got to slip into, I think now as we're getting older, we got to go full dad vibe with like.
Oh my gosh, that's me.
Whoa, this is what I mean. It is like. Wow.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my god.
It's not even.
Amanda's going through it.
You have the description.
Good
We're not
Lord.
showing it to you.
See,
But
no,
my
but that's
God.
what I mean.
I got
about
my
this
eyebrows going down my nose.
But Amanda, you can tell now for a fact this is who took this picture because they hate you.
I am not friends with whoever took this picture. I know that for sure. Like I know it wasn't
Why
the
would
couple
they,
of people I'm still
unless
friends
they
with.
were literally 3'9", there's no reason for this angle to be
Yeah, I don't know why.
It could be possible. It could be a 3'9".
I know they weren't that
You've
short.
got a nice hairline though as well, Amanda. So
I
there's
look
no
like it looks
reason-
like a comb over, bro. It's a comb over.
You've only the other part of your for anybody listening. We're looking at a picture of Amanda. How old were you in this picture?
I think this was. I want to say this was 7th grade, 6th or 7th.
So like 14.
I would have been like 12, 13, around there.
shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Something like that.
Okay.
Sam, are you looking at it?
Sam, how fucking dare you?
Amanda, if you were to shave in that picture, if you were to shave your entire head, you would look like Gustavo Fring from Breaking Bad.
No, you know who I kind of look like? Have you seen the meme of Demi Lovato when she was at like that place and they took a picture of her and she looks like they called it Poot, and it's like Poot Lovato. She's like bald. That's what I look like.
What, when she was in rehab?
No, that it was on. She was on like a runway, and they took a picture of it, and like the lighting made her look bald. Hold on, I'm gonna look it up. It's called Poot Lovato. If you wanna.
Alright, but what we're looking at right now is a picture of Amanda when she was like 12, 13. And imagine Skrillex's haircut back in the day, do you know, where it was like half his head was completely shaved and gone. The angle makes it look like Amanda's only got the Hitler fringe part of anybody's hair. And then longer
Oh
one
my
side.
god!
That's also a hate crime. Why? That's like a full-on floodlight
Like
of
these-
a flash.
These two pictures have the same energy,
Yeah, they do.
and I hate that.
Amanda, what would really be boss bitch energy though? Because this is like the definition of a glow up.
I should put this on
I
TikTok.
think. Nah, you should have this as like the front Tinder picture. Your front like Tinder picture. Have this, and then when they scroll, think how fucking amazed people would be.
Like, oh my gosh, I have. Oh my god, I'm
Also,
staring
that would
at
be
this
a really
picture.
funny intro conversation starter.
How ugly I was in middle school.
Well, no, not even that. Just like how disrespectful the picture is.
Oh, I forgot it was this bad, to be honest.
I never did.
What is that hairstyle? Allison
See,
used to
it's
make
not-
fun of me for being ugly, and she was right.
Wait.
I was mad about it back then, but she was right.
See, but so many girls had that. Do you know, where like the hair was screaming how tight it was pulled back sometimes.
Oh, yeah.
Like half of your head be pleading, Amanda. It be
So, like,
that
take
stuff.
this picture of me, and then in 2 years, add, like, a blue streak in my hair and a choker. And then I look like an 8th grade.
Wow.
Because I was going through my little emo phase. I had, like, dark glasses, too. I had, like, thick, dark frame glasses. Yeah.
See, that's more of a look, though.
But I kept those side bangs stayed for a very long time. They shouldn't have, but they did.
They weren't welcome, but they stayed.
And then to imagine me younger, unibrow.
Oh,
Like
ooh,
Russian
that's
woman in the in the wilderness with like bare fucking pelts on, like that thick. That's how we're talking.
You really survived, Amanda.
So,
you went
that's
through
why
it.
my first boyfriend was at 19. Because I was ugly up until then.
To be honest, though, at least all the beauty that was going to be gifted to you was gifted when you were an adult living your life, isn't it?
Yeah, it could have been.
I mean,
I guess so, yeah. Honestly,
it's
though.
almost useless. Well, it definitely is useless unless you want to attract pedos. If just getting all of like people who peaked at like middle school or high school for them.
Why do I look like that? I look like an Indian mother, like an old Indian woman.
You definitely.
I looked really Indian when I
bought
was.
me alcohol when I was like 11. You.
Wait, Amanda, remember when that fucking teacher called you exotic?
Oh my gosh!
Oh, God.
So I was sitting in homeroom and we had like a substitute, and she came up to me and she was like, "What ethnicity are you?" And I was like,
What the hell?
Or no. She was like, she came up to me and she was like, "You're very pretty," and I was like, "Thank you." And she's like, "You should be a model. You're very exotic looking."
Ooh.
And I was
What the
like,
fuck?
and then she walked away, and I was like, what? Like, what does any of that mean? Like,
And then there was those.
Exotic in that context sounds like it could be an insult also.
that's what. Yeah, I'm sitting there like, what, did I? Huh?
There's also like those girls who thought you were like Brazilian, and so they started speaking Portuguese to you.
No, well, on top of that, I took a sewing class, and we had to pick partners to make a wedding dress with. And the girl who only spoke Spanish picked me because she thought I spoke Spanish.
That is fucking atrocious.
Because she thought I was Brazilian. And I was like, no. None of this is correct.
Yeah, for context, Amanda is the most
Racially ambiguous.
yeah. I was gonna say
Person.
like ethnically vague.
Wait, Amanda's
My
not
girl
white?
be a question mark. She be up there.
It's like
Yeah.
she's in
I've
that
never had
territory where she can be
anyone-
anything. Apparently.
Yeah, I've never, except for like 100% white, but like,
Yeah, that actually.
I've never had anyone guess my ethnicity correctly based off how I look. Ever.
See, at least that disrespect when you were younger set you up for people being like, so where are you really from?
I got that.
Yeah.
Oh fuck!
Yeah.
Wait, when you were younger,
Yeah, I
Wow.
used to get that. Where are you from? People ask me that all the time.
and you're like, I was
Here, bro. I was born
Here?
in the hospital 10 minutes away, bro. Like,
no, but where are you?
but then they go,
really from?
the way they used to phrase it wasn't that. It was, but where are your parents from?
Oh,
And I'd be like, here.
so I just been.
I literally had a teacher do that. She came up to me and she was like, where are you from? And I was like, here. And she was like, where are your parents from? I was like, Pennsylvania and Texas. She was like, what? Like, I don't know what you think I am, but like, I'm not it.
She really wanted to deep dive down your ancestry, bro.
Bro, you
She
off
was-
the mark. We went south, not that south. Not to the other America.
It's fun though. It turns into a game. After a while, you're just like, what do you think I am? I'll add it to my list.
bruh.
I also kind of get stuff like that because of my hair, people think I'm mixed. I'm like,
yeah.
no, I'm just white.
People, wait,
That
do people
is-
really
that's-
think you're mixed?
Yeah,
Like some weird albino motherfucker?
yeah, because I'm like so white. I'm like,
Well, like, you know
Stupid
how
hair.
light skinned my sister is.
Yeah, that's true. She's hello, like, she's fucking...
People don't ever think she's, like, black. People only think it because of her hair, because her hair is more, like, curly.
Mm-hmm.
But that's, like, the only thing that gives it away. But she used to straighten her hair all the time, so people never knew.
I remember for the longest time, like, people used to think I was, like, Italian and, like, fucking German, and, like, people who, like, were, like, Italian and German would be like, so where do you live in, like, the Italian borough or whatever the fuck? And I'm like,
what the hell?
what?
What the fuck?
What do you mean? And they're like, you're Italian, aren't you? Like, you gotta live over here. And I'm like, what? That's a little sus. brother. Like, so I live in like projects on the other side of town. I'm Puerto Rican.
And it's so stupid because they always assume things first.
Yeah.
They'll be like, I had someone be like, yo, I bet your mom makes some good Indian food. I'm like, bro.
What?
Whoa.
She don't.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Wait.
I go home and have spaghetti, bro. Like, it's not...
My girl eating mac and cheese that night.
Like-
Meanwhile, they're like, oh,
Yeah.
she's having off.
I remember someone was like, someone in like high school got mad at me or something at lunch, and they're like, that's why you fucking family make like fucking like chicken with no seasoning or whatever. They thought I was just like a white guy.
What?
Yeah, and I'm like,
What the hell?
I'm like, bro, I eat like the shit that is fucking. I'm pretty sure most humans would not be able to eat on a normal basis. Have you
You
ever
ever see
seen
this dude with red pepper flakes? You lock and load it, bro. You just dump.
as a joke when everyone visited here?
That wasn't a joke. You ate it.
No, it was still a joke because I wouldn't put that much, but I could handle it. It was fine. Like,
That was
nothing.
terrifying.
Yeah,
I have a video of you doing it.
yeah. I just dumped a shit ton of red pepper flakes to the point where like you could not see any piece of the slice of pizza. It was just all red pepper flakes.
Bro, I'd be doing like half a shake and be like, oops, that's kind of spicy. He like used half the bottle.
Yeah, I used to have a bottle,
And then he started eating it and he was just like dead face, like fine. I was like, bro.
Wow.
It's not even that spicy. It tastes good.
It's not even that spicy. He's practically just eating from the bottle.
Pepper flakes are kind of dope, but like, no, not fucking coating it on top of.
You crunch the wrong way and your whole mouth is on fire, bro. You crunch into one of those peppercorns.
That's true. You've just got to swallow them whole and deal with the consequences.
Fucking
Lewis was just vacuuming the pizza at that point so he wouldn't feel the spice.
Wow.
no! I was chewing on those.
Terrifying,
He was
dude.
savoring every one like a little, like a spicy pea hot pot.
Peppers are fucking good, bro. Like I don't know what to tell
They
you.
taste good, yeah, but my mouth be hurting.
Bro, y'all just built different.
You build different.
Lewis's kind way in calling every single one in this call white. Lewis is a real nice way of saying that.
I'm just saying.
God damn.
There's only one thing I hate that's spicy, and that's regular hot sauce.
I don't like hot sauce either. I don't like the taste of
Yeah,
it. Like the taste is kind of weird.
No,
Well, what kind of hot sauce you guys getting? You getting the real vinegary ones, or you getting like the good ones?
I'm.
What's a good one?
I'm pretty sure the
Define good ones.
when I say hot sauce, I don't mean like the actual good shit. I mean like fucking Red Hot or some shit, just some garbage.
Oh,
Red
yeah.
Hot's disgusting.
Yeah, you get a bottle of that and like you pour it, and it's like fucking juice.
It's disgusting. That's like they make like really watery barbecue sauce. I don't really like that either.
Yeah.
It's like
Yeah, it's like, do you know when you leave ketchup for a little bit?
Yeah.
Or something like that, just a normal sauce, and then you pour it out
And
and you
kill the-
don't shake it up.
all the
And it's
water
just the
comes out.
watery bit. That's what a lot of hot sauce kind of look like. It's just the watery bits
Yeah.
of ketchup, that consistency, but
Oh god.
just pure runoff of pepper and just spice.
Yeah, that shit I will not touch. Not,
It's horrific.
because that shit's gross. Like
Yeah.
it's just water with fucking
battery acid.
yeah, pretty much. And it's like it tastes like garbage. Doesn't
Yeah.
taste good.
Mm-hmm.
The real hot sauce, that shit is great. I don't care what fucking what's the level that they measure that shit in?
Scoville?
Scoville.
Yeah, I don't care what fucking Scoville. I remember having like a what was it, like a 60K Scoville thing, and I was crying, but it was really good. It tastes great.
Yeah, like there's any like barbecue flavored hot sauce things. Do you know, like barbecue-ish hot sauce? So like you can have some really fucking spicy barbecue.
Yeah,
yeah.
So I can have like crazy Scoville barbecue hot sauce, but that's because I fucking love the taste. I love the flavor of barbecue mixed in with things. It's when things, you know, just are like, oh, we're gonna make it the hottest we can. and not care about flavor. It's like,
Oh,
why
that
would
sucks.
I then want to dunk that all over chicken?
Yeah.
Bro? No.
Yeah.
I want it to taste nice and then burn. Like, that shit's nice. But
If you look at hot ones, like there's one sauce they have called the Da Bomb, and every time it's like, oh my god, that tastes like shit.
yeah. It's like, and well, on hot ones, I mean, that's a good example where it's like, people go down the list and then sometimes they'll be like, oh, this is nicer than the one I just had. It's like, it goes down the list. So many sauces are like, oh, we're going to make it taste like shit just because it's spicy.
Yeah, because so here's the thing that's interesting about hot sauce. Sometimes the more acidic it is, the less you'll feel the spice. Because there is like a certain point where like the mixture of the hot sauce, like the acid in it, hits your tongue before the fucking, what is it, Caspian or whatever?
Capsaicin?
Yeah, capsaicin, yeah. It'll hit before that, and it like occupies the fucking like nerve there, so you don't feel it. And then you can just like wash out your mouth, whatever. But there's also a little bit of oil in it, so it kind of does it on its own too. So a good hot sauce, no matter how hot it is, up to a certain point, you'll be able to ignore a lot of it because it's fucking good. Bad ones like fucking Bomb or whatever, it's ass because it's just all hot.
Just hot.
Just hot.
No enjoyment.
Fuck the flavor. Hot.
Hot really don't be a flavor. Even though some
people
try
think
and
it
make
is.
Sound like it is, yeah.
What's the flavor? Hot.
Hot.
Okay,
Hot.
but like, what's the flavor?
What
like,
does it taste like? Spice. What kind of spice?
hot.
Heat.
Hot spice. Yeah,
Bruh.
there's this one Chinese food store near me, and they have hot chicken, and like you get it, and it's like, this is the most bland chicken ever, but man, is my mouth on fire.
Yeah.
That's
There's
scary.
no flavor, just pain. It's incredible.
Fucking
But yeah,
what do you call it? I think some of my least favorite hot sauces are genuinely just like the dog shit water ones where it's only spice. So yeah, like you get a real hot sauce, it's pretty good.
I should try and find one I like. I like chipotle flavored things.
You should
Like chipotle spice is really good.
look around
But I've
and
not
see if you
tried-
can find something similar. You might like
Maybe
it.
I've got like taco sauce, but it's not really spicy. It's just like chipotle flavored.
Bro, you probably had to deal with so many bullshit conversations when you were younger with people being like, trying to relate certain things to like what they thought your ethnicity was.
Oh,
Being like,
well, I've had a lot of what was I gonna say? Well, I had that one kid come up to me like, "Yo, I bet your mom makes some good Indian food." I had some girl try and like get my attention by calling me some like names that didn't make sense to me because I wasn't whatever ethnicity she thought I was,
what the fuck?
and that was weird.
Public school be wild though, innit? It just be,
Yeah.
be an experience.
Do any of you miss school, like middle school or high school?
nope.
I love being free.
Yeah, nah.
See,
I
like
miss the
everyone says
simplicity of
that.
high school, but
Yeah,
I don't
there's
miss-
something about it that I do miss. Like I look
I
back.
missed the community. You'll never get community
That's-
like
yeah.
being forced around people like that.
Like-
It's like prison. That's the only comparable thing. It's literally, do you know, like you have recess, you have those breaks in between class.
Yeah.
That the only option you have is to either group with people to like pass the time or just pass the time. So it's like it is prison. It's just prison. It's. But that's the only thing I miss is that community aspect of like, oh, when you're an adult, you don't have that forced time. Like when you have lunch break in work. Bro, I'll go on my phone, I'll watch TikToks, I'll listen to fucking podcasts, that's it. like when you're an adult, you don't quotes make friends like you do in school, where it's like you have to.
It's like weird. Like it's hard making friends now, unless you're like at a job that you like and the people are cool. But
it's
other than that,
effort when you're an adult.
Yeah,
it's like
it was so like because when you make friends as a child, like you're making the decision to be friends off of just like childlike things, like oh you like the same movies as me, or it's like oh you like whatever I like. But as an adult, you take so many more things into consideration. Like you take politics and like what they think about certain things, and you take so much more into consideration.
How they treat wait staff.
Yeah, like
okay.
I remember my sister, very bougie. She stopped being friends with someone because they tip someone too much.
What?
They tip someone like 40%. She was like, I don't want you showing me up, bro. And I was like,
oh my gosh. That's crazy.
It's fucking weird. The way she explained it, she was just like, I don't want people that think they're better than me in my life.
Oh my gosh.
What the hell?
Well, I think that depends on, like, the intention of the other person. Were they tipping that much because they generally wanted that person to have that money, or were they tipping to flex on her and be like, haha, I have more money than you?
You can't tip 40%?
You tip 20%. I tip 40%.
Ooh, trying to split the tip with me? Don't worry. I'll double it. You can keep
I would get that. But if it was just like she assumed that, then I would have been like, well, that's crazy.
I don't know. My sister usually doesn't do that. So it might have genuinely been like a flex, but it's just the way it's described is so weird. It sounds petty.
That's like how friendships usually end, to be honest.
Yeah, I can't wait for our friendship to end.
Oh my gosh.
I've been waiting for the kick from a server for
Me
years.
too. I'm gonna kick myself later tonight.
Well, we've been doing this for almost 2 hours.
Yeah.
This is gonna be our longest episode yet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fucking thanks, David.
Yeah.
Thanks, David.
He was the one holding us back.
Didn't send the audio, so we had to fucking pick up.
Double up. All right, so should we end there? Or?
Yeah. I think that was pretty good.
Yeah, I think we had a good time. We talked about a lot.
Yeah.
I don't know how that segued the way it did, but it did.
Yeah.
It just worked.
Yeah. I took my opportunity where I could get it. Because I really gotta poop. So, thanks for watching this episode of the L.S.D podcast. Where can they find all you fuckers on the internet?
I'll start. Obviously, you can find my Twitter, which is where I'll just tweet dumb shit. At I am X Ollie X. Ollie with 2 I's because I'm still fighting Twitter every day. You can find my Twitch, X_Ollie_X. Very advertiser friendly. And you can look up the con save and see the dumb tabletop shit we do, or occasionally the other gaming stuff. People over there are great. It's good. All right. How about you guys? Amanda?
Please don't find me.
Excuse me?
Oh my god.
I do not want to be perceived. Just don't. It's fine. Move on. Saw?
What about your streaming?
Wow.
You stream sometimes, man.
I do?
Yeah, once a year.
Sometimes.
Once a year. Like I do.
Once a year? Okay, fine. If y'all want to find me on my yearly stream, I usually do it on my birthday, so see y'all in July.
Yeah, so give her money when she does.
Yeah.
Whenever you see her live,
please.
It's her birthday.
I always accept money. If y'all want my Venmo, I can...
Do it. Plug it. No. Plug your Venmo.
No, it's fine. My
I just made a Cash App
Waylon
today.
Apple Pay. I just made. Oh wait, what was I saying? My Twitch.
Go to
Layla name.
www.giveamandamoney.com.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, we just brought
all?
that URL.
Oh.
Me? Hello?
Yeah.
Oh. Well, thank you for having me on the podcast, first off. I mean, I'm gonna thank you for letting me be a guest on here, giving me a platform to vent. My socials are Jessessy White on everything, pretty much. JSESSE, and then white, like the colour. Yeah, you can follow me. You can... I need to make a new Cash App because that is just my full birth name, so I'm not going to be giving that out. But if you go on my Twitter, I've sent that to Cupcake a few times when she's done her giveaways, so you can find my birth name that way. But yeah, that's about it for me. Sam?
All right, you can find me at FaceGuy, FASEGUY, on Twitter and YouTube. And otherwise, make sure you follow this podcast on Spotify, give us a good review on Apple, and that's really all we got today.
Yeah, everybody go on David O'Hanlon's IMDb page and call him
Stinky.
Any slur you can think
Stinky,
of.
yeah.
I'm Stinky. Just anything.
Tell him he's
Downvote
got
him.
a weird, big toe.
Use
He
that one.
does, actually.
Because it's not, consistently, thick the whole way through. It's, very thick where, the toe knuckle is, but very skinny where the toenail is.
His toe do be looking like a Spore character now that I've played Spore a bit.
Yeah.
The first evolution of a thing on Spore.
He's got a little sperm.
Yeah. Everybody chat shit to David O'Hanlon when you see him on your big screen. Nobody watches the Oscars anymore. Why does he want to be an Oscar? Why does he want to be an actor? Nobody will know. Who cares?
Jesus.
Because he failed his GD. What? Who said that?
He did have a film.
Anyways, he does.
He did.
Yeah.
And he's got a few more coming out.
Yeah.
Let's not plug him. He's not here.
Yeah, not yet. when we
David.
can milk him for clout.
Alright.
All right.
Thank you.
That's all.
Thank you for watching, guys.
Bye.
Bye.